Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be where you are.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
Greetings, my excellent friends. It's so good to see you. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Jeff Fritz. Welcome back to my live stream. And we're going to write a little bit of code today. How's it going there, chat room? Oh my gosh, I'm seeing all kinds of friends over here. So excited to see you. I've got my diva hat on today. This weekend is BlizzCon, is it not? And there's going to be a couple announcements, and I understand that there's an announcement about Overwatch. I'm excited to see what happens there. Let me say hello to everybody who's here in the chat room. Sean, good morning. Jaroke, howdy, howdy indeed. Fixture, Jake, hello, hello. Good to see you. Hugo, greetings on a fabulous Friday. It is. It's a nice Friday out there. Weather is wonderful. Z Lucient.
Lucient just resubscribed for 2 months.
Thank you so much for the resub, and we'll make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, as we are with all of our subs, all of our cheers, all quarter long, and it's November.
Let me add some value.
Supportion, Jeff.
Thank you so much for that. Yes, and we will make those donations, and we've got a new Bits for Bytes winner this month. TBD Gamer finished at the top of the leaderboard for October. I know, I'm having a hard time here. And we'll invite him to join and do a co-stream with me in the weeks ahead. I've got a bunch of these lined up, and we've just missed connecting here over the last week or two. Folks had different things come up. Some folks even started new jobs. And we want to make sure that we get connected with them appropriately. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Do you see who's here?
Hey, Ma! Can we get some meatloaf? We want it now! The meatloaf! What's she doing? I never know what she's doing.
Hey, how's it going there, Mom? It's great to see you. JAF 1021 is here. Spicy Condiment, hello, hello. JD Hirsch. Kasukin, another one of our live coder friends. Thank you so much. CLW, he's another live coder friend. Hello, good morning. Great to see everybody. Good afternoon for those of you in Europe. Great to see you. Copper Beardy, DD Walsh, starting to grow her mustache. Starting to grow her mustache? That's not right. That's not right. Awesome stuff. Yes, congrats to TBD Gamer. Yes. This morning you started to work on your bot for Twitch with .NET Core during your live stream. Very cool. I know that the bot is kind of an overdone thing, and it's kind of a lot of people do bots on Twitch, but I'm more using it as a vehicle to learn actor model and to explore server-side Blazor. Certainly all the things that we've been doing around reconnections and managing state are things that you wouldn't normally see in a tutorial, in some sort of a document coming from the team. These are things that are outside the box that are more real-world usage things. Nom nom nom, says JF1021. Yes, love the meatloaf. Hey, Kinga, good to see you. That's no relation to Kinga Forrester, is it? Just checking. Let's see here. JD Hirsch says, not sure what all the Upstack stuff is about on Twitter, but hope it works out. I don't know either. The folks at Upstack reached out and said they were interested in learning more about live coders.
Scott, I'm new here.
JD Hirsch, thanks so much for the sub. I very much appreciate that with your Twitch Prime, and we'll make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. You're going to get 17 emotes. We'll turn off the ads here on the channel, and most importantly, you can throw emotes at my face. That's the important part, right? So we'll see. I don't know much about Upstack, but I'm happy to take a phone call from folks that are interested in supporting live coders. Let's see here. What else is going on? All right, cool. Jurgen, hello. Good afternoon to you, sir. We're back in Windows. It's November. We're back in Windows. This is going to be a sparse month for us, I've got to say, because I'm at Ignite next week. The week after, I'm at Tech Bash. The week after that, I'm at Dev Intersection. Next week, I actually get to Orlando for Ignite on Saturday afternoon. Sunday, I'm going to try to broadcast Sunday morning from wherever my hotel is and see if we can get that to work. No guarantees, but we're giving it a shot. Tuesday, I'm actually live on stage at Ignite all day. So I'll syndicate that over here. It'll be on the Visual Studio channel on Twitch, and you'll see a bit of me throughout the day live from Ignite. Wednesday, Thursday, I have moderation duties at Ignite, so I won't be able to stream in the morning. I'm working with our friend Didi over here to see if we can run a stream in the evening one of those nights. We'll see if we can make that work. And Friday, I might have something special because I've been told there's an opportunity to stream from Ignite live on Twitch here. So I'm packing up the rig, I'm packing up the studio, putting everything in crates and boxes. No, I can't pack that up. I'm putting them in suitcases and all that stuff so I can take it to Orlando so I can stream from Microsoft Ignite. We'll see what all happens. Keep an eye on the schedule. Click that follow button so you can be notified when we go live. And everything, of course, will be recorded and available. Popular guy. Gosh, CLW. I don't know if I'd say popular, but I think it's definitely it's definitely folks that want to be able to reach out and talk to other people that are engaged and want to learn more about technology, create video content that's compelling that they can interact with and learn about. JD Hirsch says, just thought livecoders.dev is a great way for employers to find talent. Maybe not. So, yes, Dee Dee's right. We're going to give away something pretty cool. So I'm very excited for that, because you might not know this, but every time they give something away, I don't get a copy. I'm not one of those people. I'm just your gracious host for those things. Let me get some music playing here in the background. Of course, we're going to play music to code by. This is music from our friend Mr. Carl Franklin. It's scientifically designed. It's engineered to get you in the flow, get you in the groove, so that whatever task it is you're working on, you can focus on, feel good about yourself, and have a real good, productive time working. Today, you know what? Let's play. This is called Judson. There it is. There's about 20 songs out there, very groovy songs, all instrumental. Each one's about 25 minutes long. That's the length of a Pomodoro. According to the Pomodoro technique, spend 25 minutes focused on a task. Get it done. Or get as close to done as you can. And then take 5 minutes for yourself, walk around, stretch, refresh your beverage, whatever the case might be. And go back into it. Take another 25 minutes and focus on your task again. Listen to one pass through on the song, and that's a Pomodoro. Take those 5 minutes then. Check it out, mtcb.plop.com. There it is. Thank you. The music command in the chat room will get you the link. Very cool stuff.
Let me add some value.
Svava.
Donate a 20 bonus to what mischief?
Oh, the mischief. The mischief is strong with this one. We're going to have fun today, because we're in November now. Not only have we reset our bits for bytes, but we're back in Windows. We're back in Visual Studio 2019, and we'll get things up and running here. Oh my gosh, Jürgen has a Germany hat for me, a Deutschland hat. Oh my gosh, yes! Bring it to the MVP Summit. No MVP Summit for Kasukin this year. I can tell you that plans are underway for MVP Summit. There are folks who are actually kind of upset that I haven't announced stuff about MVP Summit. But here's the thing. We got to get Ignite done. It's kind of a thing. We got one event before the next. Your girlfriend will deploy your kid in January. Yes, Kasukin 2.0 coming in 2020. Congratulations to you, my friend. Yes, that's definitely something that you're going to need to take care of there. Oh my goodness. Yes, spicy condiment. Ship it. Oh my goodness. Yes. That is definitely a thing that needs your attention first and foremost. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the follow, Beckvis. Beckvis? Thank you so much for the follow. Stage it before launching into production, says Via Sanctus. This is not a continuous deployment thing.
I'm Scott, I'm new here.
MP3 Chaos. Thank you so much for the sub, bringing your Twitch Prime. We'll make another donation, and you're going to get those 17 emotes, ads turned off on the channel, and most importantly, you're going to get to throw emotes at my face. Just don't release the MVP too early. Well, yeah, that's true. Don't do that. That could be a problem. Oh my goodness. I'm just double checking on a couple things here before we get right back into our project. So I'm back in Visual Studio 2019. Of course, I'm running the preview version so that we can try some of the latest features, and we can experiment and tinker with what's going on there. Let me update our counter down here at the bottom. This should be 8647. Right down there. Every time this crosses 100, double zeros at the end, we'll give away another sticker pack. We gave one sticker pack away yesterday because it was Halloween. We gave away a sticker pack earlier in the week when we crossed 8600, but I have a couple of them queued up, ready to go. I'm going to ship them out later today, first thing tomorrow morning, before I take off for Orlando. Thanks so much to all of our followers. And because we crossed 8,000 already, I'm going to have a rainbow beard at Dev Intersection in Las Vegas. We'll be hosting live from that show in about 3 weeks, and I'll have a rainbow beard as a salute to you, our Twitch community. Thank you so much to everybody for all the follows, everybody joining in and having a good time with us, writing some code and learning together. Let me take a look at some of the other comments here. The baby is running in a container. That's definitely a good way to put that. Yes, the child's in a container for 9 months, and then it's got to run on the metal at that point. Yeah. It's a deploy once, fire and forget deployment, says Entity Adam. Yeah, there you go. Morzell asks, I wonder, what's the next project after the follower train? Good question. So here's the thing, Morzell, that's a really good question. I like the idea of building widgets onto this because we've now got a framework that we now all understand. Here's how the different widgets and things function. So for us to extend and say, okay, you know what, let's try something different with this and bring in a feature and make that run as part of a bot command, a widget that runs on screen, would be really interesting. We started working on a custom cheer bar with fairy wings a few months ago. I'd like to bring that back into this model and make that something that folks can start to use with the logic that we built with Fairy Wings and finish that project with her. I think that's a low effort, just finish that feature. I think we also want to consider taking our sentiment analysis here. Let's scale that up. Let's take a look at using things like ML.NET. I gave a workshop at TwitchCon about this. I'm going to present that workshop a couple more times here in the next 6 months, and I want to make sure that those things that we learned using ML.NET are used for our sentiment analysis here instead of using cognitive services on one of the big cloud providers, because that's expensive. That's really expensive to bounce every chat message off of Azure. It just is. So I think there's an opportunity there to learn a little bit more about ML.NET in that. Our friend Carrie Payette, we've talked about having her come on, and for the coding streams that we're going to do together, because she won Bits for Bytes a few months, we're actually going to put together image analysis, machine learning, that will tell you what hat I'm wearing and why that hat is important, what's significant about it. By analyzing the image, identifying what's going on here, and reporting that in chat room or some other interactive way. Maybe it's a panel that we put up on the screen for you here on Twitch down below. And if you're watching on YouTube, you don't get those types of interactions. You got to join us over here on Twitch in order to have that live interaction. So using it, and I hope this makes sense to folks, and let me know. The chat room's kind of going quiet here for me. If the idea of a widget and chat interaction, parsing, recognizing text data, recognizing images, creating web page content, maybe even wiring up to a mobile app so that I can see things on my phone. If that's an interesting, right, that's a nice vehicle for delivering and learning about some of these new features and functionalities around right now .NET. But I think at some point it'd be really cool to do Python on stream, and we had a great conversation with our friends from Actian about using Python with some machine learning to do image analysis. We can revisit our oil tank vision project and turn that into a series of Python scripts. And I think it might be fun to invite our friend.
Let me add some value.
Well, we can work with Carrie on that, but I'd like to invite Ninja Bunny to help us as well.
Terminator 500 bonus 50 mischief managed.
Mischief managed indeed. I see this now. Carrie's playing off of Svava here. There's a thing going on there. Thank you so much for that cheer, and we'll make another donation to St. Jude. Fsharp would be great too. You're not wrong. I need to get back into Fsharp. Premium live content. Yes, it's premium live content right here on Twitch. Do you know how much you have to pay for this? You don't have to pay anything for this. You can be anywhere in the world. You're welcome to tune in for free. And subscriptions are never required. They do give you a little bit of extra fun that you can do on the channel. But, and I'm always grateful for those and for your support. So it would be fun to do some Fsharp. All the things, too bad we can't do it all at once. No, we'll spread it out and do it over a week is what we're going to do, Carrie. And it's going to be we're going to have a week with Carrie is what we're going to end up doing here in December. And you know it too, don't you? Spicy Condiments says a cool extension would be some kind of Stream Deck style feature with plugins triggerable on a WebSocket connected web UI. That's a lot of words. Stream Deck style feature, plugins triggerable on a WebSocket. Give me some more details on that, Spicy Condiment, because we do have our Stream Deck toolkit that does trigger some of that. DD Walsh says some of those features sound kind of cool. I think I need to figure out how to loop in some of our other friends, some of our other sponsors and folks that are interested in helping out and be able to show off some of their products while we build some of these projects. There's great scheduler features now for Blazor that are available from Progress, maybe, or from DevExpress. Maybe we can go back to our other Blazor application, the resource management application, and start showing off how to use and integrate with some of those tools. Maybe we can have CLW join us, and for the notification for those schedules, we can wire up to Twilio for a stream or two. All kinds of things there that we can do. It's a question of prioritizing and figuring out how we can piece these things together. You can email all of them if I want. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. I think there's definitely options here as we go through this. And there's all kinds of things that we can do with the train. I didn't get together. I should have done this ahead of time. I'm a bad Jeff. Bad Jeff. Brendan Satrom would be a great guest. Brendan Satrom's another member of the Live Coders. I haven't seen him for a while. I hope he's doing all right out there. Need to reach out for him. Keebler6 asks, do I use ASP.NET Core 3.0? Yes, indeed. We're going to be doing that in just a little bit. For sure. Basically, a plugin UI for the bot, which lets you control various things via the UI over WebSockets. Oh, yeah. That we can definitely do that kind of thing. Last night, I spent some time. I dug up this old. Look at this. Look at this ancient ThinkPad, right? Look at this thing. It is all beat up and dirty. It's been through wars. No, literally. This is an Lenovo X230, right? It has seen better days. It's a better part of 8 years old, this laptop. And I installed Ubuntu Linux last night because I knew we were at the end of Ubuntober, but I wanted a machine that was dedicated running just Linux so I could continue right where we left off last month. So I've now got a Linux dedicated machine that I can code with. I'm really happy that I took the time to do that. Would be neat to build a stream voting tool so we can vote on what to build next. Actually, C17, polling is now available here on Twitch. Let me see. There's a way to set up a poll. Oh, there it is. Manage your poll. I can add polls here. Look at this. Manage my poll. And I can set up, create a new poll. Which hat should Fritz wear next? Overwatch. C#. Super C#. Pirate. No voting with bits. And I'll set this for 3 minutes. There you go. So there you go. Now there's a poll. It should be popped up there on the channel so you can vote. And I can see what's going on. It's tremendous. Right, there's now polling on Twitch, embedded and available. And if you're on YouTube, sorry, you don't get to vote. Join us here. So, how was my experience with the install, says Carrie? It was tremendous. No problems at all. I really enjoyed that. But what I do want to do is, I've kind of floated out there that I need some help with design. I need some help with layout, some of the things like that for the bot. I need to set up I want to set up a contest, and whoever gives us a pull request with the best updated layout for the bot, right? New layout, new colors. We can send out a backpack with a LiveCoders backpack with a LiveCoders keyboard. But I want to make sure that you can build and work with this offline. You don't need a Twitch account before I trigger and activate that. So let's get through the reconnection feature here, talk about working offline, and then we can get into making that contest, activating that contest. Because I think that is a nice incentive. Let me come back and review some of these other questions here. Super Epic Ben says loves the ThinkPad. I do too. It's really nice. Very responsive. The keys actually move a good distance, so it feels like I'm typing. Keebler6 says, do I have tutorials on YouTube for .NET Core 3 because you're really interested in learning it? There are tutorials on the .NET Learn page, not from me. The things that you learn for .NET Core 2.2 and 2.1 in my workshops on the YouTube channel are still pretty valid. There's a Blazor workshop out there that I recorded also that you can check out, but that's more focused on Blazor and not ASP.NET Core. Maybe we need to do another ASP.NET Core workshop here, and the next time that I could do that would be December. But I think we need to do another workshop, or 2, maybe 3. We'll have to do that. Morzell has a question for people with small kids. How the heck are you able to do side projects? You have 2 little kids, and sometimes I feel like there's no time or energy to do anything. I think John Bon Jovi said it best. I'll sleep when I'm dead. You find some help. You take some long nights. Nap time is a beautiful thing. Wake up early. There's ways to stretch and make your schedule work around them. Is it bad that you keep wanting to use the change the hat reward yesterday to mess up the costume? No, Smab, that's not bad at all. Is that the poll's over? And the Super C# hat won. Yes, I will have the Super C# hat with me. I will wear that on Sunday for you, unless of course somebody does redeem the wear a different hat Bits award, right? There are all kinds of awards you can get. Check out the little Bits thing that's at the bottom of chat here on Twitch, and you can ask me to change my hat. You can ask me to change my theme of my editor, change my font. I'll even use Papyrus or Comic Sans if you'd like. We can turn on live share for you. You can force me to use a text editor if you'd like. I'll switch and use Notepad or VI for 15 minutes if you'd like. You can even opt to join me privately for a read-write live share and be able to work on things. I'll record voiceovers for you. All kinds of different options. When you save up your Fritz Bits, the little orange gears that you get for participating here on stream. No bad medicine. No bad medicine indeed. We're not going into that song. LiveCoders keyboard, JD Hirsch says, what? You haven't seen this? All the LiveCoders who came to TwitchCon got a Bluetooth keyboard. Check that out right there. I thought I enabled the chat hat option. Give me a second here. I will go fix that. Stand by. Let me go change this over here. And where is it? Come here, you. I might have removed it by accident. Channel points. Here we go. We'll turn on wear a different hat. Yeah, there we go. That should be available for you now. If you want to redeem and ask me to change my hat, we'll go over here. There we go. So, yep, little Bluetooth keyboard. It's upside down. For some reason, they put them in these things upside down. But it's magneted into the cover. And gave those to the folks that came out to TwitchCon. I have a couple of those left. So, for folks that are streaming, absolutely. We want to encourage a great technical community here on Twitch. Absolutely. So we gave out all the live coders that we sent jerseys to. Also got the live coders buttons. Is it going to focus? You going to focus on that there, camera? No, you're not going to focus. Live coders buttons, jerseys, of course. And you see, courtesy of our sponsor, Content Lab there. Really, really great stuff. Entity Adams says, Microsoft docs on .NET Core are better than they have been in the past as well. Good content and tutorials. Very much so. Yes, yes. So, the awards are out there now. Let me see here. When do you get one of those? Asks lead coder. You're too busy streaming. When do you get one of what? You need one of those. Oh, the keyboard. Look at that. CLW says the jersey's beautiful. Your daughter keeps asking to wear yours. Nice. Hey, if you're gonna be at an event that you know other live coders are at, bring your jersey, wear it, get some pictures together. Let's encourage and show folks that live coders are everywhere and that we're doing some pretty cool things in our community. We want to encourage and support those folks in all the different events that we can show up at and help folks out. So. Let me see here. I'll close that screen. And I guess I delete the poll now? Whatever. Let's see. Yeah, the jersey. So, TwitchCon Europe is it's at the end of April, beginning of May. So we're already talking about the 2020 jersey, but I want to make sure that live coders get a chance to get their own. Some of our newer live coders get a chance to get their jersey now that they've seen it here in 2019. Then we'll cut off the jersey. This is only a 2019 thing, and we will make a 2020 jersey available. And we're working very, very hard on folks to support and build out what we need to do for that next jersey. All right, enough about all those things. Let's get into what's going on here. You want to and you can buy the jersey from Custom Esports if you'd like. It is available out there. I do need to put a link to it because they did make that available. And actually, where is it? CustomEsports.com. I thought I had a link to it here. Because you can buy it directly from them. The shipping takes a little bit here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yep, there it is. The Live Coders 2019 jersey. There we go. So there it is. You can get it with whatever name and number you'd like on the back. And I'll put that link there if you're interested. Oh, gosh. M. Halloway already got it for me. Look at that. And Carrie. Gosh. Thank you. So you can get your own jersey if you'd like. The purples, they look really bright there. It's the lighting, right? I'm under... Right? You can see the purple trim here and the piping down the sides you can see. It's not quite as bright as that, but it's still pretty nice here. Yes, you can now set the editor to light mode, but why punish yourself? Well, some people like light mode. So, I'm back here in Visual Studio 2019. You're still shocked that Carrie didn't get 3.14 as the number. I think we had a discussion of actually getting the Greek pi as a letter there as well. We'll see. We might be able to do some funny things for next year's. Because Custom Esports now is... they're a big fan of what we've done here because we made a lot of jerseys and we're going to make a ton more jerseys now. So yeah, Carrie, right? We're going to have our jerseys at Dev Intersection, so you can see number 1 and number 77 hanging out there. Let's talk about the code. Let's get back into this. Look at that. The stream marker button didn't work for me. I keep being told, oh, you got to use the stream marker buttons here. Nope, didn't work. There we go. Let's get into our project here. So we're back working on our oh yes, gosh, we got to get Karnak running again so you can see all of the keystrokes that are going on here on screen. Right, where are you, Karnak? You're in here somewhere. Eeny meeny, there it is. So yeah, there it is. I don't want it over there, I want it over here. There we go, now you can see it up in the top corner up there. All right, and I am working on a new layout. We'll probably roll out the new layout in December, maybe January. New layout, new theme for the channel. You'll see that coming very, very soon. Keylogger, not quite, but yeah. Hey, Caparino, good to see you. So, getting back into the project here, getting into where we left off. We have this follower train that goes across the screen, and now it remembers and extends the length of the train based on however many followers we get in a row across 5-minute intervals, right? So that's not bad. That works kind of neat. And I've got some formatting issues here inside my code. I'll just clean up real quick. So the problem that we ran into is, you see that the list of things that we want to work on here, joining channels. So when the bot restarts, when we do continuous deployment, right? And that's a big thing to be able to do, is to be able to deploy a new version of the bot. We want it to be able to rejoin the channels and start interacting, picking up where it left off. TBD Gamer, welcome. Congratulations, you won our Bits for Bytes last month, the top cheerer for the month. And I'll be in touch and we can schedule a co-stream together to write some code, work on a project together. Thank you so much for your support throughout the month of October. Really, really appreciate it. So, co-streams are... Tim Von Monero, hello, hello. There's another live coder. Yes, they are. A lot of fun. TBD Gamer's a live coder. Carrie's a live coder. Copper Beardy's a live coder. Absolutely. Great cause indeed. Thank you so much. Yes, I do have the G Fuel wired up today. I've got some Madrina's coffee out here available. I don't think we're gonna get to the coffee today, but gotta get some wake up juice into me. You know what I'm saying? So the problem that we're trying to solve here is when the bot is redeployed, it knocks down the currently running bot and it breaks the connection, and now it's not in the chat room and connected to Twitch, monitoring and listening to things. So when it comes back up, when it restarts, we need to go and reconnect to all those channels that we were connected to and working on. Fantastic. You donate to St. Jude with Domino's and my stream. That is tremendous. That is tremendous. That's a lot. Thank you so much, TBD. Gary was doing that. My gosh. All right. So let me get into this. So where we left off last time, we were in Linux last time. So all my screens, all my windows are kind of messed up here. I need to get things back together. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying there, chat room? You know what I'm saying. So let me close some of these down. I don't need the train itself. I don't need that. No. We really... No! Don't show that! Where did that come from?
Shame.
Oh my.
Shame. Shame.
Why was that open?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Why?
Shame. 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 Shame.
I just doxed myself. I work real hard at not doing that. And it was right there. It was right there. I alt-tabbed right into it. I didn't even look at where I was going. And just poof, right into it. I mean, really? No, really? I think it's that account. I think that's it. Pardon me while I rotate my keys. It sounds like that sounds kind of dirty. No, don't clip that, Brian Lagunas. Look at this guy's causing problems over here.
Are these really the questions that I was called here to answer?
Right. Actually, that's only my development version 1. I have a different one that I use in production. That's not as bad. That's not as bad. Wait a sec. Are you kidding me? Auth0 doesn't have a button for me to rotate my key? There it is. Ugh. Yeah. Alright. And why is it all the way down at the bottom and not right next to my client secret? Alright, next one that I need to copy and drop in here. I don't think you saw that one. That one you didn't see either. I think I only revealed part of the password in that connection string. I didn't get all the way on screen. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay with that now. But I definitely didn't expose my production information. Alright. Yeah, no, I've got a bad case of the Mondays indeed. So, yeah, let me go and rotate my keys. No, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Yeah, days since I doxed myself. We need a counter somewhere here on the screen. Days since Fritz doxed himself. Flip it back to 0 now. Entity Adam did a St. Jude's 5K with the wife and 3-year-old, raised $500, and work matched the donation $1,000. That is tremendous. Tim asks, what's the advantage of using .NET for websites compared to Django, Rails, or Node? Is there any? So, Django, Rails, or Node, those are open source frameworks. Of course, Django is with Python, Rails with Ruby, Node with JavaScript. And those are great technologies. Those are great open source frameworks that you can use. But finding support for those sometimes is a little bit tricky. And you're at the whim of the open source communities that manage them. So the scheduling of new releases of things, right, it can be haphazard, and how you manage and as an enterprise need top flight support can be a little bit tricky. So using Java or .NET, where you have a big enterprise, you have a big organization like Microsoft behind it, or Oracle, that can provide first-level support for you, second-level, even third-level support, is tremendous, is a great asset. And a lot of enterprises won't tell you this, but what they're looking for is they're looking for somebody to file a lawsuit against when things break. And no open source community wants to be liable for that, but bigger organizations do. So the advantage of using .NET for websites right now is it's the fastest framework out there, bar none. It's completely open source. You can use it everywhere you'd like, just like those other frameworks. C# is now a completely utilitarian language. You can use it for anything and everything, whether it's IoT devices, it's desktop applications, if it's getting Fritz to be able to speak correctly. Use it to build mobile applications with Xamarin, and build cloud applications at scale, serverless with functions, ASP.NET Core, building websites, services, worker services that are able to run. You have tremendous flexibility with all of those things, and using .NET and C# means you don't have just a killer framework that you can use with the language, right? Python has Django isn't a killer framework, I would say. There's competition with Elixir. But Python, the killer feature is the Jupyter Notebooks and TensorFlow, right? That's what is really the killer with that. JavaScript, it's websites. You try to build an application with that, and you're going to run into multi-threading issues, and people struggle. Take a look at all the Electron apps out there that folks struggle with, not just threading, but being able to plan and manage and handle all the different concepts in that JavaScript application. It's kind of hard. I know I said the language. So they switch over to TypeScript so they can have a little bit more control, but it still is a little bit tricky to manage because there is no such thing as a base class library in JavaScript. You end up having to reference things out of NPM and figuring out and choosing and piecing things together, and now you're at the whim of literally a million packages that are updated daily. It moves really freaking fast and can break you quickly, where .NET has a very prescribed and predictable release cycle. So some good advantages there, and .NET doesn't have just those one or two killer things. You can do everything with it. So I hope that's a good answer. Tam716 with the JavaScript command. Thank you so much for catching me there. I don't need a doxed command, Hugo. What are you trying to do there? Oh my gosh. So we have a redemption from Copperbeardy. I don't have a doxed myself hat. Something fun instead? All right, we need to change hats to something fun. Let's see, what would be something fun that we have over here? I had the Disney hat a few days ago, and I was asked to change out of it. How about hat with a string that I pull to clap? I don't have one of those, Hugo. No. So, thank you, Tim. I appreciate the kind words there. Let me go pick up a hat here, and we'll get back into our project. 1 second. I could go to the Be Right Back screen. I have the Be Right Back screen. I don't use it that often. Let me go get a hat. I'll be right back. Shut up. Okay. Yeah, it's better than this one.
The demo build was kind of fake too.
What?
Localhost. There we go. How's that? All right, we're back on to the Atari hat. How do you like that? Is that a good hat? Do you approve? Let me start the music back up again. This page straight from 1993. This page, yes. Oh yeah, those were all clips. You like the hat? Thank you, TBD Gamer. Atari awesomeness. Hugo approves. Matches the jersey quite well. Yeah, I think so. M. Holloway says, nice. Check this out. Now, our friend InstaFluff told me, see underneath there? He told me that's Japanese for Atari as well. I think that was really cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. You'll send me a Costa Rican hat for the collection. Please, you're welcome to send me hats. My P.O. box is listed just below the video here on Twitch. You're welcome to send me. You're welcome to send me a hat. Use random Japanese Korean characters for my secrets. Good luck copying that by eye. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. All right. So we've started resetting. We've started talking about getting reconnected, having the bot reconnect, establish connections to Twitch when things happen, right? When we need to redeploy here. So we started putting together. Let me make sure I close things properly here. You know what I mean? We started putting together inside of our ChannelActor that when it starts up here, it would set its configuration, right? Before start, quit Twitch connection. It wasn't in here, was it? It was in the channel manager actor. Right, so these are actors. These are objects that control the state and the flow of our application. Let me fix the tabbing there. So when we tell it to get the channel actor, and man, we could use some comments in here. We should, where is it? We should tell it, hey, you're connecting out. You're gonna start, after we get the configuration for the channel, I thought we wrote a thing in here to get the, to identify and say, okay, you're now connecting to this channel. Remember that. I thought I put something in there for that, didn't I? Yes, Zebcode. We are using aka.net. That's correct. Now I've had some suggestions to use Orleans, and Orleans was updated just recently to support ASP.NET Core 3.0, but I'm already into Aka for this, so I don't want to change frameworks. Thank you for the follow, Mantis Maestro. Welcome. It's good to see you. TBD Gamer is tinkering with Orleans. Very cool. Yeah. There's different tools. There's different frameworks for everybody. I'm using Aka for this, so it's fun. It's good. All right. So I thought I had something in here. I thought I left. It's all hidden there. I didn't accidentally show anything. Let me go to the page for the bot here. I thought I had something. Yeah, I created a feature branch here where we started working on reconnecting to the channels. So let me flip back over to my PowerShell console here. And let me actually write feature, right? What's it called? I can't even see it now. Reconnect Channels. There it is. That's what I want. Yep, good. So I should have, yes, reload the things. So now when I tell it to get the channel actor, so get the actor that's going to manage the interactions with the channel. Here we go. Tell it that it is connected and save that configuration. And we need to finish going through and writing this capability here so that it does properly. I think actually save configuration, that was done. We need to now start telling it go rejoin those channels as they start back up. So you sometimes talk to Aaron Stannard, who the guy who started aka.net. You know what? I think it might be fun to have Aaron join us sometime to talk about this. Is the audio outpacing the video? Nope. We're synced up. We're good. We're good, Martin. I've actually changed the way that I process the audio here, and it should be in line here. Welcome, Indie Beto. Is it Indie Beto or Indie Beto? Let me know. Welcome. Yeah, we're using a chatbot as a vehicle to learn other technologies. We've been using it to learn aka.net. We've been using it to learn Blazor, and writing C# that runs server side, but connects and is updated immediately in the client. Thank you, Zebcode. That's very kind of you. iRate TV, hello. So we're now saving that you are connected to the channel here, but we now need to actually, when the bot restarts, reach in and say, hey, what channels should we reconnect to, and start reconnecting to those channels. Must be a long way to the Netherlands with the audio and video arriving at a different time.
Amazing. You figured this all out already.
No. So, let's jump in and look at what's involved with doing that reconnect. That's right, Martin, you come from the future. All right?
Well, do your best.
Do your best. It's okay. Pretty sure that Spicy Condiment can hear the pixels. Yes, we are at high def, 60 frames a second. That's how I can do this. No? No? That's not a thing? Okay. So it's going to save that. Now it saves, and we have a new provider. We've been extending our content, our channel configuration interaction, right? So in Entity Framework, that's the way we typically deal with database interactions in .NET. We have things called contexts, right? And that's typically a wrapper around how we interact with our data storage. I declared an interface for this because I didn't want to commit to a database yet. And I wanted to just write something that wrote to the file system, just so I had something that worked locally and I didn't have to think about it. And I added 2 features to the interface, 2 methods. Get the configuration for a channel and save the configuration for a channel. Well, now we need to be able to say, well, give me those channels that are actually connected and return those as a name so we can spin these up when we restart the application. So I now need to finish implementing this method here, get connected channels. There's one reference to it here inside of my file storage context that we can start writing that will return this list of channels that we need to reconnect to. SMAB is at low def 360p. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. I need one of those movie set snap things. The clapboard. Yes. That would be fun. That'd be a cool transition between scenes. I need to do more scenes. That's definitely something that I've been talking to a friend about and trying to figure out what would be some of the cool things that we could do to make this more interesting. Hello, Blazor, Mr. Magoo. Great to see you. So now I need to write this little method that's going to go through and look at the channels that have configuration saved and return data. Eventually, we're going to rewrite this class for connecting to a different storage type. And I'm thinking either MongoDB or MySQL will be a great way to do something to store our configuration. I'm already using Azure Table Storage for something else. I could use Azure Table Storage. That wouldn't be too bad. Would it? I think it would work. Yes, Zebcode, this is open source. Anybody's welcome to do a pull request. And actually, it should be on the crawl up at the top. You'll see a list of the folks that have contributed. With some of the other projects that we haven't been touching on are still listed up there. Is it after resource management? No, there's the news next. All right, so I need to go through the files on disk and actually return the list of connected channels. Let's get this built. We'll think about building a more full-featured provider to go to a real database as a service later. Not something I need to do right now. But in fact, when a new version is deployed, since it's deployed as a container, this file system is destroyed. Thank you for the follows, Zebcode and Argon2123. Appreciate the follows. That's going to help us with our follower goal here. When that hits a 00 on the end, we'll give away another sticker pack here. Argon asks, is that C#? Yes, indeed it is. That's right. All right, so I need to scan through the files, and the files are being saved in this configuration folder right here. So I think I want to look at the list of the files that are in that folder. So I have a storage folder, get files, and something.json. I think I want to look for that. I think I do. And be able to return. Yeah. So let's do that. I want to do very similar search here to go find. Yeah, I know what the to-do is here. So that'll give us a list of files. I don't have a channel name here, and I'm going to return a collection of type string. So I want to get, just give me star.json. Give me all the JSON files. And I don't want to do first or default. I want to do a .where, and I'm going to get the file information. So this is linked now. I can start to inspect this and decide which files I want to return. And you see that arrow there? That's called a font ligature. It actually took the equals and the greater than that are normally right next to each other. And because I'm using the Cascadia Code font, it makes it into one little arrow there. Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code both support these font ligature features that we have here. I'm not a C# developer, or am I? You can tell by my IDE setup. Zebcode. Hang on. Stop the press. Wait. Stop the music. Hang on. Zebcode.
Are these really the questions that I was called here to answer?
You're watching a channel called C# Fritz. Of course I like C#. Know what I mean? You know?
You got the wrong guy. I'm the dude, man.
Right? Does that make sense? All right. Which font is that? Yes, this is Cascadia Code. Fira Code is another great one. Toefrog likes this font. Yeah, this is an open source font made by the folks at Microsoft for Windows. And you can download and give it a shot. It works on Windows, Mac, and Linux. It's a true type font that you can use everywhere. So, hey, Marco Bruno, good to see you. Marco's another one of the live coders. Thank you so much. Marco's been spreading the word of the live coders and other folks that are writing code to other folks in Portuguese, and it's tremendous. Thank you so much for sharing that, Marco. I really, really appreciate that. All right. Blazor Mr. Magoo only codes in Wingdings. Really? Really? Come on now, man.
What's that?
That's all you'd be saying reading code is.
What's that? 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 What's that?
That would get annoying. Not only in C#. I code in JavaScript, I code in HTML, CSS, Visual Basic. I know just enough Python to be dangerous. That's just the opposite of German. I know just enough German to not cause an international incident. I know a little bit of TypeScript, so it's a thing there. I don't know enough Fsharp to claim that I know it. So, all right. So I'm going to get JSON files where, right. I want to look at the file name. Right, if it contains, well, if it doesn't contain an underscore, right, or, let me just get the JSON files, and I'll try and cast those directly, right, so that's going to return to me a collection of files, and actually a collection of file infos. Let's call it config file info, so it's a little bit clearer what those things are. Right, so now I've got a collection of these. I'm using the var keyword because it's a file info, and var is some syntactic sugar from C# that it'll replace later when it compiles. So that makes it easier for me to see what's going on here. No, gosh, Zebcode. I have folks that come into the channel and they're like, why are you writing in C#? Like, dude! Look at the name of the channel. If you came into a channel that was called The Node Guy, and and they were coding in Swift, you might ask a question. Dude. So yeah, Zebcode. Or if you went to see PHP Philip, yes, and they were coding in Ruby, be like, what's with that? I came here to see PHP. Oh, you thought it was interesting? I have the Solution Explorer on the left. I had the Solution Explorer on the right, and it was like over my head, and I was hiding some of it. So I moved it to the left, and then I was on the left, and I ended up hiding things. Now I'm on the right again, so I just left it on the left, and now I can't remember if it's on the left or the right. I just move it around wherever the spirit moves me. So I don't know. All right, so I want to look at the list of those files, and I want to start to deserialize it. So I do need to check to make sure that, yes, I got something back, the file exists, blah, blah, blah. And if I can deserialize the object, inspect each one of those and check out and say, all right, what can we do with these? So, yeah. You can definitely, Visual Studio is very customizable. You can do that with Visual Studio Code also. You can move the panels left side or right side if you'd like. So let's inspect. Let's make sure if config file infos equals null, or if config file infos dot length equals 0, we're going to return just an empty string. Just an empty string array. Right? And that's kind of a thing. Right? Why don't you like that? Fine. You like that? You like apples? How about them apples? There we go. All right.
And then?
Well, now, see that? No. New string 0. You're going to get, yeah, now you're going to get grouchy on me. You want an initializer. Right? Use array empty string. Fine. Happy now? Okay. So now I've made sure I've got some files. So let's start to cast those. Right, I need to do a for each on those. So for each config file in config file infos. Yeah. We want to inspect it and add it to an output list. So that's got to be an out list. And that's going to be a new list of string because we're going to add to that list. Ooh, that feels like this would be a really ugly Zep code. That's not Fira code. That's Cascadia code. This would be a really ugly link statement if I made it into a link clause. But I think I need to do it this way. Because I'm going to try to deserialize and inspect and figure out. So, right. Deserialize object. Does that have... let's put a try on this. And this is strictly dev code. I'm just doing this so that I've got it working in dev. I need to put together a more robust one to run in the cloud for when it deploys. The config equals JSON. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? There. Done. Boom. Got it. All right. Catch. Do nothing if there's... Ignore the deserialization issue. Right? If it didn't, I don't care. No, I don't want to rethrow it. It's behaving the way that I want it to. So now I can say if... No. Yeah, if the config dot connected to channel outlist dot add the config dot channel name, right? And I can say return outlist, and that'll give me just a basic implementation of go find all those things that are connected and return them. Blazor Mr. Magoo uses a service and dependency injection that provides empty string array factory that I can await for my clean empty string array.
What's that?
That's crazy. Don't do that. Don't do that. There is no such thing as an ugly link statement, says C17R. You're not wrong. They're all ugly. That seems like swatting a fly with a cruise missile. It's a debug thing just for being able to work on disk so that I don't have a full database sitting out there. You know what I mean? We could make it an Azure table. I could do that. Should I log the deserialize exception? No, because in that same folder that this is running against are widget configurations. I don't care if you couldn't find it. So I'm going to return that out list. So now I've got it actually working. When the channel manager actor starts, so let's go up here. So here it is starting and it's setting up loggers. and create the follower actor. Yes. Receive join channel information. It's configuring all of these receive methods, which now I'm looking at and going, oh. I still want to leave that there because I don't know what that is. I'm going to move these ones. Let's refactor. I'd like to refactor, please. Configure message receive statements, something like that. So I put them all somewhere else, so it's not hanging right there in the constructor, making me feel bad that the constructor is big, bad, and ugly. After I configure all of those, let's now write a RejoinChannels method. So let's create that method. So we'll tell it to rejoin the channels that you should have. Here we go. Right, so now I need to get the list of channels. So the rejoin list is going to be, let me get the channel configuration actor, and let me ask, and I want to get back that string array, right? Right? I can do that? Can I do that? I think I can do that. I think that's what I can do. And I'm going to send a new... I need to send a message that says, hey, get me the list of channels to reconnect to. Right? Channel configuration actor. Channel that one. Right? How am I going to put curly braces on the same line with a try-catch like that? This ain't JavaScript. We could use SQLite, but SQLite's file storage also. Dan, it is. So we would also be nuked when a new version of our container is deployed. So no, Visual Studio does not think my code is JavaScript. So then we need to move it out somewhere else. So right now we just have get configuration for channel. So let's have another message here that we'll receive called get channels to reconnect to. Get channels to reconnect, right? This get channels to reconnect, right? Something like that. And that should be a method. Good. This will be a class that we'll put down here because these are all message objects. That way we can expand and manage their types of how they interact with things. So we're going to create a get channels to reconnect message. And it's going to look a little bit like get configurations for channel. This one. So I'll just start building a class down here that looks almost the same. It needs to be serializable, and it doesn't actually have it doesn't actually do anything here. I'm not actually receiving any information. It's it's literally a dumb class at this point. So I'm just going to leave it out there because it doesn't have any arguments to go with it. It just says, "Hey, tell me the channels to reconnect to." So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say. I don't want to do it tell there. Yeah, context sender tell config. Oh, it's going to send back that string array. JavaScript Sharp. No! And C# JS. No! After an hour, how do I feel going back to Visual Studio? There's hotkeys and things and refactorings that are available here that I feel good about. Once I get back into running unit tests again, and oh, I got to write tests. I'll feel better about things. I will. Thank you for the follow, Code B9. Appreciate that. MBB asks, what is public read-only live share? Visual Studio Live Share is a feature that I can use. You see it up here. that will allow folks to be able to connect in and navigate around and interact with the code. Now, it's read-only. You won't be able to actually do anything. But every time I hit F5 to start the application, it will launch and run on your systems also. What do you mean my sign-in has expired? So, yes. So, folks have the ability to redeem if they want to have, if they would like to publicly allow anybody to join in. You can redeem if you'd like to have just a one-on-one, and you'd like to be able to connect and interact with. Yeah, cancel that. I know. And if you'd like to be able to connect and interact with the code, or you can open up and we can go full-on chaos because
I drink and I know things.
No, that's not it. No, because
Everything is awesome.
And everybody can read and write inside the application. Bunch of different options that we can do with live share. Zebcode asks, do I do this full time or do I work for a company? Yes and yes. I do work for a company, and yes, I do this full time for my employer. You can see information about me just below the fold here, just below the video here on Twitch. How often do I use the bonus button? You added a script to auto-click it and now don't know if it is working. I don't know. The bonus button appears every couple minutes for the stream bits. Alright, get channels to reconnect. I need to have this send back. I feel like I need to have it send back. It needs to be a message that it sends back, actually. So that I know how to properly handle that. So you know what? Let's do this. That was the get channels to reconnect. I don't like it to be an object. Let's make that a message. Let's put in that same file a response message called channels to reconnect. Right? And I'm using classes here so that I can update and maintain the payload of these things. I can change them on the fly when we want to change the syntax, the input and output parameters of our object. So this method, I want to receive a string array called channels. Check this out. Create an initialized property. Bazinga. There it is. It's a private set read-only property called channels that we'll be able to get back there. So what I'll do here is I'll call this channels, and we will say context, because that's our context we need to get. Go get the connected channels that we need to connect back to. And I will say context sender tell, and we're going to tell them a thing here. What was it? New. I just wrote it. There it is. We're going to send back a new one of these, and it has a collection of channels. Done. That was easy. That should be an array. All right, fine. You're now an array. So now I've got a complete request and response interaction there, but I need to now go back to the channel manager actor, this one, where I'm asking for that. Instead of receiving that, I'm asking for one of those. Get new get channels to reconnect message. So this should now be a collection of channels to reconnect. Fantastic. So all I'm going to do is just do a for loop through that and say join these channels. What if I did that parallel, friends? What if I did that in parallel? I could do that. Right? The source is the rejoin list. Right? I could do this. And the body is going to be, right? So this is going to be a channel, right? And, well, this is easy, right? Right, I want to say get ChannelActor with that join channel message. I mean, I'm creating a message to pass into my own method here, but that's okay. Right? That's pretty good, right? Get ChannelActor, new join channel message, which kind of feels weird, but that's okay. And I'm going to pass in that channel parameter. Now, I don't think I've done this quite right. Parallel for each. Right, and rejoin list is... Oh, it's a task. Oops, wait a sec. Stop the press. Hang on. Let's make this an async task. So now I can await this. So that's now a channels to reconnect. So I can say this is rejoin list dot channels. And if I do it like that now, I think I've got all the types lined up. There we go. New, and it doesn't know what a channel is. What do you mean you don't? What? What? Should it be like that? Should it? Yeah, I don't even need that because it knows what it is. Right? There we go. All right. So instead of writing a for loop and trying to parallel. Instead of trying to parallelize it. Thank you. It will just tell it for each, go do the thing here, and we'll put this together. Is that mgaddy rocks? Is this code available on GitHub? Yes, it is. You're welcome to take a look, and you're welcome to submit pull requests. Boom Boom says, I know Selenium-based stuff has instructions that goes with something like $browser, wait until present, browse when browsing. Yeah, there's stuff like that. Angry Little Hamster says, I just work for a small little company. Yeah, a little company that's based in the Seattle area. They're located in Redmond. You might have heard of them. Let's see. Am I using Git for this? Yes, of course. Yes. Very good stuff. And LiveShare is available for folks to use on all kinds of languages. With Visual Studio Code. It's available completely free for anybody to use. Check it out. It's really, really great stuff. What do you mean? I'm calling await? What? Oh, this configure await crap again. Whatever. Get awaiter, get result. So it does it synchronously after it calls into there. Okay, so that should rejoin channels that have been restarted here. So let's give it a shot. Piratize. No. Right? We should see it rejoin the channel. So we'll start this up, get it to join my channel, knock it over, and it should rejoin the channel. Know what I mean? So there it is building. We haven't built here in a while, so I'm sure it's a little cranky. Here we go. Yep, look at that. Wah, wah. Channel configuration context. So there's a bunch of... Oh, this was a stub one that we put together a long time ago. Alright, fine. Yeah, this isn't referenced anywhere at all. Yeah. Let's see if we can start this and get it ready. Hey, crows! Good to see you. I'm waiting for somebody to trigger one of those font changes again. Now that I put Papyrus in the mix, I'm like, that's the one I'm not worried about it. It just looks weird. You know? So this I think we have done at this point, and we can knock off that checkbox up there for rejoining channels. Channel configuration saving to Azure is another thing that we need to hit. And I think we can hammer that out pretty quickly here. There it goes. And it opens somewhere over here. What is that? Pirate Peril Lula. Wow. Okay. I couldn't speak quite right there. That was a thing. Let's see. I should be able to log in here and do the thing for me, right? There it goes. C# Fritz, auth 0. There I am at auth 0. Log in with my Twitch ID. Ta-ta. And there we go. I'm a global admin named C# Fritz. I can go over to my configuration. I'll tell it to join my channel. If I look at the list of current channels, there it is. It's in the channel. Uh-oh. That's not right. Refresh that page. There it is. So we should be able to see a little bit of what's going on there. There you go. All right. Drexel Dave asks, what are we building today? We are reconnecting our service to Twitch after it gets knocked down, making sure that it restarts properly and knows how to reconnect it. I don't have ngrok running. I'm not reaching into that at all here. So I'm okay with not testing that part of things. So this looks like it is properly working. Let's knock it down and restart it. And oh, if I knock it down because I did debug, it's going to close the browser. You make me sad. Let me open a new one of those, paste that in, and away we go. All right. So it's there running, and we should be able to see a message here. Health check for Twitch. Not exactly. Twitch King 20,000. Welcome. So there you go. I've got that message. So if I knock down the service here, right? And, right? There it goes. It's gone. So this is out here, and it's going to get grumpy because it's not connected to things. Wait a second. Thank you for the follows. Twitch King. Who else do we have there? Darky Sharky? Slayer 9118. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm eyeballing Mr. Sharky there and keep an eye on that one. And we have a wear a different hat redemption, and Spicy Condiment is asking me to put the Diva hat back on. Are you kidding me? All right, we'll put the Diva hat back on. 1 second, we'll go do that. Please stand by for these important commercial messages. Ha! That's what I'll do. I'll run an ad while I'm off doing that. And those of you who are subscribers, you'll get to watch me run off. Here we go. Give me 30 seconds. I'll go get the Diva hat. There we go. All right. And that actually is going to give us... That was running off? Yes, I had to run off. It was around the other side of the green screen. Ha-ha! There you go. Run an ad for Team Trees. I don't have control over exactly which ad is run. So... I can't control that. So there you go. We're back on the Diva hat there. All right. How about that? And did it run the ad? There we go. So pre-roll is turned off now for 10 minutes. Anybody that joins, I would like to be able to control and at least specify something around the context of the ad. You're not wrong, Johan. I'm actually kind of in agreement with you. There are ads like that I would like to be able to support and encourage folks to be able to see and get a little bit more information out of. So, and the activity feed here on the Twitch dashboard is broken. So Twitch folks, it's not updated. It hasn't updated in an hour. So new followers, I have new followers from an hour ago, but I don't have the new followers from 5 minutes ago. So, does the Diva hat give me a shield and damage bonus for coding closer to my monitor. Well, actually, check this out, right? We do have an emote that helps with that, right? Where is he? He's in here somewhere. There he is. We've got a couple of different shields. We've got those. Ha ha! Good to see you, Hat and Sandals guy. Welcome. Like the idea that it turns off the pre-roll, but it only turns it off for the next 10 minutes. It doesn't turn it completely off. Carrie doesn't see ads on Twitch anyway, but yeah, she's a subscriber. Martin, yes, Google took over Fitbit, and now it's a Google Watch. A little bit, something like that. All right, so this is out here, and it's not, right? If I tried to refresh, it's going to break, but I want to refresh after I get it rerunning and make sure that it still shows that the chat room widget is connected. So this is actually, if I hit F12 here, it should be hitting that reconnect, trying to get reconnected here. When it gets rerunning here, because of our restart logic, right? So there it is. This page should refresh, and it should have shown me that it was connected to the C# Fritz channel. Let's refresh. No, it's not showing me that it's connected. So it didn't reconnect is what I'm reading that as. So let's take a look at our configuration. Here's my channel. Connected to channel, true. Okay, so it's got that saved. So this didn't reconnect, right? So let me key that in here just to make sure that it is connected. What do you mean you're in a disconnected state? What do you mean you're in a disconnected state? Do it. Right? Do that. Down here. Nope. It won't reconnect there. That's weird. Yes, Google bought Fitbit. Yes, indeed. Just lurking as usual. This is still way over your head. Let me know if there's things that you'd like us to explain, you'd like us to go into a little bit here. That's weird that I'm getting this here. Right, hub connection connected successfully to using this little chat log bit here. This is something that our friend Brady Gaster was warning me. They may have inadvertently broken this. Right? So I wonder if there's something there. Let me see. If I go up to here, look at this. Oh boy. Subject was null. So it's not even getting. Look at this. I'm completely broken now. Something happened on the back end here. There we go. That we're going to need to take a look at.
Piet just gifted 5 subs.
Gary! Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for those gift subs. Wow! Thank you very much. 5 gift subs to the community. That means we're going to make 5 donations to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And these 5 folks are going to get, they're going to get the gift sub, they're going to get to use 17 emotes, advertisements turned off on the channel, and most importantly, you get to throw emotes at my face. Piano Boxer, MB Crump, Hat and Sandals Guy, Simmorp, and JD Alleman. Congratulations, you just got a free gift sub thanks to our friend Carrie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, MBB, you are the gift leader. Congratulations. You were lurking and you got a fancy purple hat now. That's right, Hat and Sandals Guy. Now TBD Gamer has that Founders badge. Look at that one. Yep, you get to use the shield now. Bring those bots next time Fierce Kittens is streaming and show them off over there, and that'll get under her skin. It is super cool. Thank you so much for that. I'm glad you like those. Doodle says, I had a doubt regarding how apps like Facebook track the user even after exiting the app. Is it programmed in? No, there's bits all over the web that folks are inadvertently requesting and it gets requested. Zebcode asks, can you run actors from inside WebAssembly on the user's machine? Yes, you can. Yep, you can. So that is definitely a thing, but it looks like I broke something here. Server side, look at this. We got these errors coming through here. Exception occurred while resolving actor selection in configuration pages configuration model line 65. Let's go take a look at that and see where that broke, and that's probably why this page broke and it kind of cascaded down into other things. So that's configuration model line 65. Let's go find that. Configuration model. Hello. Configuration model. And line 65. Here.
And then...
No and then. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we go. We have a request. We have a redemption. Why isn't it showing on my screen over here? There we go. For the public read-only live share by I Am Not Myself. Oh man. All right, we'll turn this on for the rest of the stream. Unless somebody requests a read-write or a private session, we're going to be in a full public... And I'll sign in with my Microsoft account here. Yes, this one. What do you mean? No. What do you mean I'm... Everything's logged in here. Right? Yeah, I better have an updated license. Sign in with GitHub. Right? Authorize. My session has expired. Are you kidding? Yeah.
Oh my.
I know. And there it is. Yes, authorize. And my session has expired. That's kind of messed up. Enter user code. You can complete sign in the browser window, then copy the user code. There's a user code. So what happens if I do this? That feels like something's broken in live share. Yeah, look at this. My session has expired. I know. Yes. Give it my two-factor authentication. Because I do two-factor authentication for everything that I can, because I have had my identity attempted to be stolen several times. There we go. Authorize. No, my session has expired. That's interesting. Let me do this. Hang on. Let me restart Visual Studio here, just to make sure. And if that doesn't work, then I will give you a rain check on that. I am not myself. Make sure that you get this in the future. Oh, thank you, Zebcode. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. I try to make this like developer talk radio, where we can talk to you, folks can call in. That's another redemption I've been thinking about. What if we had the ability for folks to call in and be on Discord and effectively be a guest on the show for 20 minutes, half hour for a big redemption? That could be a thing. Here we go. Please complete the sign in. Here it is over here. Sign in with GitHub. Because I'm already signed in. Authorize. No. Can somebody clip that, please? Oh, MBB, thank you for gifting Zebcode.
Boy gifted Zebcode a subscription. Moist Booty Boy gifted a tier 1 sub to Zeb Code. They have given 71 gift subs in the channel.
Can somebody clip that, please? We're gonna create a we're gonna file a ticket here because it is not working. The only other thing I could think of is make sure that we are using the latest version of LiveShare here, and it's not on the list of things to update. Know what I'm saying? So there is definitely something broken on LiveShare. I don't know what that means. LiveShare not working, LiveShare not working. And that's from like a year ago. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, these are like a year ago. Yep, token expired. I don't want to tack onto that one. Yep, clip option is there. It's there. LiveShare reports. What was it? Token expired. Yeah, sign in token expired. No, no. These are already closed as duplicates. So where's the original? Yeah. Report new problem. LiveShare reports token expired even though I just logged in. Nope. When attempting to use LiveShare on Twitch, I was repeatedly asked to log in and then denied access with a expired token error. Clip at... Do we have a clip? Boom Boom has a clip there for us. There we go. Thank you, Boom Boom. Appreciate that. There we go. Thanks to Boom... Is it 3? 4 underscores. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the help with the clip. There we go. Next. Include a screenshot? Nah, because we've already got video for them. Sure, include whatever. That's fine. Done. Okay, so I'm going to leave that read-only LiveShare marked as not complete. Would you like me to reject it so we can submit it later? Otherwise, I'll leave it there and we can light that back up next time. I'm going to turn off, I'm going to make the pause the redemptions for LiveShare features for right now, because I don't want folks to inadvertently get pulled into something there. So, thank you for the follow, KUnit DMI. Appreciate you joining us. There was one from May 2018 where the computer clock was fast and it caused an issue. My computer clock is actually being synced to... Right? No, not the agenda. Right? Right? Where is it? There's clock settings. Set the time automatically. Yes, do that. Well, go ahead, do that. Set the time. It should be being set automatically. 11:49 is what it's reporting right now. Yeah, it's 5 minutes ahead. Yeah. Now, why isn't it setting... It should have been setting that automatically through... Right. And why is this taking forever? Right, this should be done. Hey, restarted. Is that a name change? NTP says, no, you aren't kidding. So, yeah, my time is off here. I live in the future. Don't question how I set my time. That didn't work. That didn't work. Oh. Wait a sec. Right? Did we get echo? Is it there? There's the echo. How did I miss that?
Dr. Scott!
Yes. What? No, he doesn't help with that. He just started using that Cascadia font. Great. This is an... What the heck? Synchronize my clock. Do it now. And it... Am I on... Nope, I'm not on the VPN, so... Trying to go to timewindows.com. I mean, that should be... Right? Timewindows.com.
Put the candle back.
Houston, we have a problem.
Where'd it go? It works on your machine.
Stop.
I'm just trying to get to time.windows.com. It should get there. That shouldn't be a problem. I mean, all right, I'll go on the VPN here and see what happens. Right? So I will join my VPN. I got nothing here, friends. Didn't connect to the VPN. Get on the VPN. Do it. Pepe's getting... Yeah, everybody... Folks are getting 404s going to timewindows.com. Alright, so now I'm on the VPN. Nope. Got it that time. Now I've got my clock synchronized. Now let's go back and try... Ooh, there's something weird there. Let's try live share this time. Yeah. I'm gonna turn those back on. And we now have a read-only live share. Here we go. Thank you so much. Yes. Who recommended checking the time? Looking back here. Was it Restarted that suggested that? I think it was Restarted who suggested it. Well done. Good find. Okay, now my Stream Deck is taking a powder. Now I can't run any of the Stream Deck things. Yeah, none of my buttons are working on the Stream Decks. No! All these things that are so time sensitive. Poof. Right? Restart the Stream Deck. The real bug is that live share should give a bitter error message. You're not wrong. Yeah, that's a very good point there. All right, so the Stream Deck is back up. Music code by, play the music. There it goes. Yes, restarted. Points to you, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow, Gayub. Welcome. I did connect to the VPN and I was able to get through to some of that. Lucky number 7 is here. We've got the read-only live share. Russ Jr., hello. If you're running Visual Studio Code or you're running Visual Studio, there's a link inside the chat room you can use to connect in and get access to my Visual Studio right now and be able to poke around and see what's going on. When last we wrote some code, we left off right here where it wasn't able to get a channel configuration actor. But the channel configuration actor, it should be getting... Let's see what happens here. Let's see. I'm going to mark the redemption complete because we can now get into this. What is my Visual Studio's font? This is Cascadia code that we're using. If I go up here and type font, you can see that I'm using Cascadia code. This is a free open source font that's available from the folks at Microsoft. Originally designed for use in the new Windows terminal, but they've made it available as a true type font for anybody to use anywhere. Oh, thank you, Russ Jr. I'm glad you're enjoying it. This should do its thing. This should work properly. It's here, right? It crashed out right there. Let me go. All right, so it's running, right? Let me close that one. It should reconnect the bot the next time I restart this. So I'm going to restart. Those of you that are connected on live share up there, you're now going to get the browser starting over on your side as well. So look at all that. Oh boy, hang on there, friends. Saw a whole mess of red. That's not good. Error while recreating actor instance of the type channel manager actor with one argument. Dependency injection, service lookup, service provider engine scope. Exception during create. Exception while creating actor instance. Exception while create. There is no active actor context. Mostly due to the use of async operations within this actor. Interesting. Oh, well, this happened during the create. This happened, I bet you this happened down get channel. There it is. It happened during rejoin channels. So it was trying to rejoin, but it blowed up. It done blowed up. Okay. So I think we need to make rejoin channels a thing to do after it's up and running. Yeah, I don't know if it's the parallel. Sonerganol, hello. Lots of red, that's a problem. Yeah, it's really a problem. I think you're right. Well, I don't know if it's the parallel. The actor context. Right, we tried to do an async operation during the creation of the actor to trickle down and go do some other things and receive information coming back from them. Stop. There we go. Channel manager actor. Right, we have it doing this. And it's not done creating. We're not done the constructor yet. It hasn't released the context. Right? It doesn't have a context to actually go and do these things yet. Excuse me. So it's not a constructor mismatch, right? There is no active actor context. We're triggering this in the middle of a constructor for it to go and do a ask to go interact with these other things. So we need a context to tell it to go do these things. So I think what we should do is set up rejoin channels as a thing that it's going to do down here. So let's receive a message called rejoin channels. And we'll have it quite simply rejoin the channels. So there we go. And it shouldn't be giving me all of those acknowledgements. It's kind of annoying. What's in the live share window? There we go. There's all the participants, recent contacts. I thought there was a configuration thing here. No. I can start an audio call. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that was a thing now. Can I get to the configuration here? I don't want it to announce people that are joining. You know what I mean? That's kind of That's kind of rude. 1 second here. Allow guest command control. Allow guest control. Command line arguments. Terminal path. Terminal window. What's presence? And allow in-tool invites. Yeah, I guess. Show verbose. That's turned off. Auto accept call. No. Anonymous guest approval. Accept required guest approval. Yeah, that's all fine. I guess it's not going to allow me to hide it. Okay, fine. No, not going to follow. All right, so I don't want the Cloud Explorer. I want the Solution Explorer. All right, so I want to create a message that says rejoin channels. Where was it? I'll put it under the connected channels stuff. This one. I'll just create another marker message, right? Public class, rejoin channels. Right? It's not, it doesn't do anything, right? There we go. And I thought the name of my method was rejoin channels. Yeah, there it is. We should make that a receive async. Ah, come on. What do you mean you don't like that? Private async task, rejoin channels. Why don't you like that? Right? I should be able to do that. Oh, it doesn't take the message. Oh, fine. Even though it doesn't actually do anything with it. But now it matches the signature. Put a semicolon at the end. I'm going to pass on that, Eric. Yep, that was a... Does the channel manager actually an actor of the new actor? Down here? Yep, it does an actor of. There you go. So, I think I'm okay with these. We can give it another shot. Let's give it another shot there, chat room. And we should see it try to reconnect. Right, this one here should die. Right. There, it's recompiling. Let's see what we get here. Here we go. There is a limit of 30 folks that can join the live share, but everybody's welcome to connect. We haven't hit the limit yet on that, so we got plenty of folks connected, and you're going to get the bot starting up right now on your machine. You'll be able to browse to it. Let's see what we get. And there it is running. Now it should try to reconnect. Oh wait, I didn't tell it to rejoin yet. All right, well, it's at least working. So what I need to do is at the end of startup, after it's done, where the heck is startup? Startup, right? Down here, after it's done creating, yep, in configure actor model here. So we added a singleton for the channel manager actor, right? It's created it. It's available now. Oh, wait a sec. It's not actually starting it yet there, is it? Right, it's not until it actually requests it that it actually does anything with it. Oh my gosh. Friends, do you see what I see? After I add it, I need to request it. Well, if I build it and request it immediately, you know what? Let's receive let's receive the channel manager actor in the startup here. Let's put it right here. Channel Manager Actor. I know which one it is that way. But before I start the logging, that kind of thing, Channel Manager Actor, now that I'm asking for it here, it should start immediately, right? I want to tell it new rejoin channels. Right, so it should immediately, as it's starting up the application, go and rejoin the channels. Create an around start override and tell the actor. Maybe. That's not a bad way to do that. What happened? Oh no! I broke it. I know! Philippe, what happened? Ah, there we go. Alright. Channel Manager Actor, that one. Okay. I'd really like you not to be telling me all of those things. That's great. Shut up. Okay. If I overrode and told it to rejoin the channels instead of doing this, right? Thank you for the follow. Is that Carlinda? Welcome. So what Stelzy is suggesting is there are overrides that you can trigger. If I did this after, hang on, right after around pre-start. Right, so after it starts, right, let's move this up here. Right, I could tell it rejoin channels. I'm not actually using the object, so it doesn't matter. And it, right, and I could say get awaiter, get results. And we should call the around pre-start there. Cool. Linux has more stable. No, I think what's happened is we've got a bunch of folks connected on LiveShare, and it shook up Visual Studio a little bit here. Let's see what happens with that. Let's see if this fires properly here. So I'm going to restart the app, and it should do that now. And I have we would be able to remove the extra message object here. Be able to deal with that. Okay, it restarted, but we got a lot of red up there. I have a feeling it didn't like the context of that restart. Come here, you. Exception during creation. Yeah, there is no active actor context. Yeah, doesn't like it. Nope. Nope. Don't like it. Can't use that. Interesting idea, Stelzy. That feels like that would have been a neat way to do it. But we're going to have to pass on that and go back to startup over here. So after we set up the debug, yeah, tell it to rejoin the channels right there. That should do something now. Let's see if that gets reconnected. While that's starting up, I'm going to come over here. Zeb has a question. I think that's a pretty good question from Zebcode. I clicked the button. Why didn't... you punk. Put this over here. Let me answer Zebcode's question. It's not adding. Featured chat isn't adding it. Let me change over here. There we go. Zebcode asks, do I think everyone has rushed to the cloud? Not sure it's right for everyone. Do you think we'll see a trend of people going back to host their own on-premises clouds in the future? This is a good question. I think a lot of folks have rushed to the cloud because hosting providers, right, and running things and managing hardware internally is expensive. So a lot of folks who see that as something that they were already leasing, something they were already trying to shift that expense model, were already considering and looking at doing that with other types of hosting providers. The volume of features and things that are available to you from a cloud provider, whether it's Google, Amazon, or Azure, are tremendous. So take advantage of them. Get geographical redundancy for pennies. Why not at that point? Are we going to see trends of folks bringing stuff back in-house? No, I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. Only because there's a race to the bottom on the pricing for cloud features. Things are getting cheaper and cheaper because there's more and more cloud available out there. You're not going to see the volume continue of folks that are migrating to the cloud only because there's a certain amount of folks that can migrate to the cloud. Once you cross a threshold, it's diminishing returns. Once 50% of the folks that are out there are migrated to the cloud, well, you can't migrate another 50% of the world to the cloud because that's everybody. It's not going to happen. You're going to migrate 50% of what's remaining, which is now 25%, which looks bad to analysts. Oh, you only migrated 25% new revenues. Well, no, it's 50% of what's left out there. So you see these interesting problems out there. I think you're still continuing to see folks migrate to the cloud. It's going to be continuing for quite some time. Thank you for the question. I appreciate it. Many people host their own on-premise clouds already. They do. And there are folks that, Zebcode, $5,000 a month bill from AWS. That's a lot. That's a lot. And there's ways that you need to be taking advantage of your configuration there. When you're running cloud services, your services need to be running red hot. Your servers that you're hosting out on the cloud should never be idle. If they're idle, you're paying for something that isn't doing anything. Mistake. Don't have machines out there that are running at 10, 20% capacity. That's a waste. You want machines that are running at 60, 80% capacity. Then you're making the most of your money. When they get above 80% capacity, sure, split up and start up another machine so you've got two running at 40% capacity. But don't have a machine running out there at 10, 5% capacity. What the heck are you doing? Shut that off. You need to make the most of the machines that you have running. And you don't care how fast, how hard they're running. You're paying for somebody else to manage that for you. So, yeah. Yeah, if you've got lots of instances, oh gosh, Zebcode. Let me, if you don't mind, let me highlight that because, right, if you have lots of instances running at about 10%, consolidate those, get those running on the same machine as much as possible. Virtual machines sharing the same hardware so you can, right, get them running hot. Get them, if you have a bunch of machines running at 10%, consolidate down, right? Put 4 of them on the same machine and you're in better shape, right? Get 6 of them running on the same machine and you're in great shape. Now you've saved 5 machines instances running, right? You just saved your company, right? What is it? 5/6. What's 5/6? Do the math and carry the 1. I don't know. You saved your company a ton of money there. So absolutely. Downscaling's definitely an option, but consolidating, definitely something to consider. Let me see here. No connection could be made because the target machine actively refused it. Oh, really? What's it trying to do? HTTP logging, get string async core. What are you doing here to me? Follower service actor, line 133. Oh, that's okay. It's trying to reach out to Twitch. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, which means that if I go over here and I click on configuration, current channels, yes, it did reconnect. It is actively connected, and I should start getting chat messages up here, right? This is a message, right? There we go. Yeah, the good question, Zebcode. Thank you very much for asking. Take the Azure Batch service, for example. Oh, boom, boom. Let me highlight that, if you don't mind. Here we go. It takes around 10 minutes to resize the compute pool, but when you have to provide on-demand computing tasks, You can't afford to wait 10 minutes for a task to start up. And, well, if you're doing on-demand local, right, 10 minutes for something to start up is a long time. You need to have then idle machines in the pool so that you can delegate across to. Stuffy Jester 303, hello, welcome. So this is starting and running properly now, right? If I knock this over, right? Goodbye. And we restart the application. I think we've got our Reconnect now working properly. So here it is, right? If I hit F12 so I can look at the console and we can watch the Reconnect's attempt to happen here. We saw some red there, but look, started back up. And if I go to current channels, there it is, it's connected. Now, what was the red that we had up top here? Let's go take a look at what that was. Right, I don't like seeing errors. Errors in my logs scare me. You know what I'm saying there, friends? Remote party closed the web socket without completing the handshake. Where was it trying to connect to? I think that was me. Could have been me. Here we go. No connection can be made because the target machine actively refused it. I have a feeling this is around... I'm missing some data for connecting. Oh! Get the ngrok tunnel. I don't have the ngrok tunnel set up, so that's what's going on there. Is it's trying to get, and I don't have ngrok running, so that's blowing up. Good. That's what we expect to be happening there. Fantastic. Piano Boxer. That's a great idea. Is lucky number 7 here? Lucky number 7, that's a neat command that Piano Boxer just shared. To be able to say clear featured chat. Be able to send a command as a moderator and to change that. That's a neat idea. So, friends, I think can we do this? Are you okay with me saying that's done? I'll mark that join channels task up there as done because it's now properly joining channels. Rejoining channels after the restart. I like it. I like it, friends. So let's go back over to here and get status. I'll go up. Oh, that's not where I want to be. I did that wrong. Let's add all the files. Let's commit. And let's say completed number 51. Channels are now reconnected. Wait. Ooh, hang on. When we tell it to leave channel, we should also tell it to save that. Right, here it is. Graceful stop. We should also do the same thing here. Get the channel configuration and save that we're flipping it to disconnected. Right? There we go. And change that to if we are connected. If it does think we're connected to the channel, set it to false. Tell it that we're no longer connected. There we go. Channels are now reconnected. Stuffy Jester, while I'm committing that, Stuffy Jester asks, self-learner coding noob here, what would be some good intro concepts that new folks should study in addition to the coding language? There is a great set of concepts. Come on, Jeff, type your... I haven't typed this passphrase in a while. There's a great set of concepts. What did I miss there? Amend that. What? Did I spell amend wrong? I did. Cool. I'm going to push that up and I'll merge. But there's a great set of concepts called the solid principles. And they're a series of 5 different coding principles that'll help you structure and write your code more, not adequately, but they're design principles that'll help you build and make better use of your application code. Right, the solid design principles. There it is. Here we go. You can find information about this. So, single responsibility principle. Class should have a single responsibility, open-closed principle. Software entities should be open for extension, but closed for modification. The Liskov substitution principle. Objects in a program should be replaceable with instances of their subtypes. You should be able to use interfaces to replace things. Interface segregation principle. Many client-specific interfaces are better than one general-purpose interface. You'll see a lot of .NET folks do this. They have interfaces for everything. You can't create too many interfaces, but you can be a little crazy with interfaces. Create interfaces where you need them. And dependency inversion principle. One object should depend upon abstractions, not concrete implementations. Check this out. There's some really great stuff about this. I would encourage you to take a look at the YouTube channel, the YouTube archive. We did an architecture workshop in 2018, in the summer of 2018. One of my guests was Phil Japixi. If you look at the architecture workshop playlist on the YouTube channel, look for Phil's video there. Phil walked through and talked about these design principles with us, gave us examples, and showed us some good C# code that explains each one of these things. And I think you'll find that when you start to adhere to some of these, you'll end up writing better code quickly. So thank you so much for the question. Fide Trainer Net, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate you joining us. All right. Rob Connery's book, The Imposter's Handbook. Absolutely. Zebcode. Let me put that up there, and then I want to go check into this. You're welcome, Stuffy Jester. Happy to answer questions like that. Zebcode says, I find that people follow these principles almost religiously without question. Do I think you should always follow them, or that sometimes think deeply about the principles? Beginner developers, I think, should understand why the principles are out there. Use them religiously. When you're a senior developer, when you're a lead developer, you know when to break them and you know when to go around them. But for newer developers, stick to them on a pretty regular basis. So our code should be out there on GitHub. Give me 1 second here, friends. Nope. All right, let me check into this. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to put together I'm going to rebase and send this into my dev branch. Incomplete interface. What is that? I don't know what that means. Here, feature reconnected channels. I'm going to create a pull request. Right? Oh, I've got 3 of them now. Stelzy, build target.NET format to format the code before. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Stelzy. Let me finish the work that I was going to do here. I'm going to take Reconnect Channels, what we just built, push it into my dev branch. But I want to, yes, create that pull request. Create it. Right, there it is. And there we go. I am going to rebase. Take those pull requests, turn them into one, and merge them. Yep. And I'm going to delete the other branch. There we go. Deleted. Good. So now in my dev branch, it has those features all loaded up. So I can git checkout dev, git pull. There we go. I would love it. Maybe I'm not doing this right. I would like to be able to delete that other branch. But it doesn't, I don't know, I'm not doing it right. Okay. So now it's sitting in my dev branch, and you can see it's building right here. We'll be able to get some details on it, doing its package restore. And eventually we'll push this to production and we'll have it running out there. So the next piece that we have to do, and we'll come back to this, I think we'll get to this on Sunday. I'm going to get this deploy happening here. But I think we need to get to channel config being saved to a real database server. And once we have that done, I think we are completely running asynchronously and able to do continuous deployment to Azure at that point. Let's see if this finishes building here properly first. Dear Lord, this restore is taking a long time. the build we know is going to take about a minute. But it was building properly for us here locally, so this should run just fine, right? That's, am I getting, yeah, we're all up to date there. So here comes the build. Good. And we're good. Test passed. Those 2 unit tests. We need more unit tests. If you want to give a try, you want to try working with the code, we can always use unit tests. So there we go. It's publishing. We're good. I'm going to go back now and send that change into the master branch, and I'm going to call it a day. I am really happy with that, and we'll pull in Stelzy's change here for next time. Here we go. Create that pull request. Wait a sec. Hang on. Going to master. Why is it showing? I thought we rebased and collapsed those two. All right. Reconnecting to channels now. All right. Create that pull request. Yep. We will. I don't want to rebase and merge. I'm going to create a merge commit. Yep. And when that builds, it'll create a container. It'll put it into the container registry form for us, and it will deploy automatically. So this is done. We have this working. Why is it saying that didn't build? Oh, that was an older one. No, it wasn't. We're good. It works. Yes, the database server will be its own thing. Yep. It absolutely will be. So if I go over to code now, right there it is. And I should be able to click into here. If I go to the pipelines, there it is. It's building the container right now, building the container image for that. So it's logged in. Come on. There we go. Fantastic, friends. I am really happy with everything that we got done here today. We've got our bot now. It knows how to reconnect. It knows when to reconnect to all of its services so they can interact and work with those things. Hey, Lily Hazel. Good to see you. You're catching me right as I'm wrapping up here. We checked in, we made sure everything works, we've deployed, well, we're in the midst of deploying. This is going to get out there on Azure in just a few minutes. We've got it now doing various checks so that it'll do the reconnect, not just in the browser, but server side. This is tremendous. We've really got a stable feature set now, and for the purposes of debugging and doing local development, it'll just write into files on disk and restore from those files on disk so we can work locally. We had a couple of channel redemptions today. We changed up my hat once or twice. We had the Atari hat on, and we switched back to the Diva hat that I was wearing at the beginning of the stream. And we even turned on Visual Studio Live Share. I'm going to turn off Live Share now because we're wrapping up. Let's see who we can raid today. It's Friday, and Fridays I like to raid some of our friends that are out there on Twitch that are not necessarily, oh my gosh, that are not necessarily writing code. TBD Gamer, thank you. Oh boy, there. Thank you so much for that. Wow, 5 more gift subs. Unholy Tig, Redmond SSBM, Mobabo, John Galloway, and Adam TT22. Congratulations, you just got gift subs thanks to TBD Gamer. Was there a redemption in there? I didn't see. At 25,000 points, yes, you can get I will be happy to do a recording for you. Oh my gosh, and is that Kun Carlos? Welcome. My goodness, so much going on. I'm trying to wrap up here. Let's see who we can raid here. Let's see. You know what? This is a live coder, and she's not doing. We've never rated her before, but she's not currently writing some code. But I want to show some support for this live coder friend. Let's raid Atomic J. There's our raid call, friends. If you're a subscriber, grab that top line out of chat that the bot just wrote right there. If you're not a subscriber, that's okay. Grab the second line out of there, and we're gonna go visit our friend Atomic J. I haven't had the opportunity to raid J, but she's another live coder. She's wonderful. She's working on some design things happening over there on her channel. Let's show her some support. Head over there and say hello, say good morning, and have a good time together, learning a little bit more about her craft over on her channel. This video, like all my other videos, will be available over on YouTube a little bit later in the week. Take care, everybody.